maybe their natural ability will be able to kind of get them through. And Roar's like, Roar has not practiced very much, but he's also just got he's just got a knack for these, I think. He's done really well in some of his matches, so I'm excited to see what we get. At some point I checked my volume mixer and found out I had lowered Google Chrome's audio down to like 20%, and I was like, why am I having to move all these YouTube sliders all the way to max just to hear anything? And then I looked into it and I was like, oh, why is this down so low? And now that I've tuned into Rainwave at the lowest possible volume setting, I've realized, this is why.
So the volume I have it currently is how I have it usually when the race starts. I have it a bit higher before any of us talk. And this is the lowest I can set it. Like, if I set it 1 pixel more to the left, it's actually muted.
Yep.
But I mean, this is fine, so it's not really a problem for me.
It's just right on the cusp.
Alright, we've got lore and
this other thing. We got Colorful Kingfisher Rescue. It's a point-and-click escape game developed by Games Too Jolly team. It's a cocktail. I'm not even gonna read it.
Yeah. At this point, why?
We've all seen it many times before.
I mean, there's always a chance that it's like a cocktail, but there's like one thing different.
Yeah, that's how we ended up with So Gulp It Down Fast, buddy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Winky face. But at least this one gave us good luck and have a fun, which is, it's nice. It's nice that we get to take that with us.
Roar has like a number in the bottom right of his stream. I'm not sure if it will help.
Yeah, I thought that was part of the QWOP screenshot or whatever, but it's clearly over the picture, but then over the game as well, so. All right, we're gonna get going in a little bit. I don't know anything about Colorful Kingfisher Rescue.
It's got smooth jazz.
Yeah. Listen to that bass. Boom, 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 boom. BlasphemousRoar says in all capital letters, "Halt! He's not blind."
Oh.
I was gonna say it looked that the arrows on top of the house looked weirdly familiar. All right. Sorry for that false start. We're gonna go ahead and pull another one. Is this the 9 to the 5? I think that might have been the girl writing in her diary in the sort of like Arabian Nights style setting one.
Which classic game has like a bonus stage which also has like jazz like this? It's like boom 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 boom.
Oh. It's Mario 3.
Oh yeah. That's a lot more popular than I thought it was when I was wondering. Yeah, that's what it reminded me of, but I couldn't quite figure out which game it was. Back to co-op.
Yeah, it was fun because when you said like, you know, which classic game in Here on Mystery Funhouse, we're normally all about the lesser played games because we're all about blind racing, and most people have played a super popular game like Mario 3, so it's not where my mind went at first, but I got there eventually. You know, I bet there's 2 people out of 100 who haven't played Super Mario Brothers 3. I bet you could put that in a game pool.
I think I played in Heavy Trooper against someone who has never played Super Mario Bros. 3. And the fun thing is, who is it who used to have the world record? He drew the game for us, just completely
Really?
randomly.
Kirua?
Yeah, yeah. So we were like, hey, Kira, draw a game for us, and it's Mario 3.
Out of like how many games? Thousands, right?
Yeah, on SRL it's like 3,000 or something.
Wow. It'd probably make an okay blind goal. Now I'm thinking about how you can go to like different stages. So I get you would just have to specify like go to these stages.
I think we had finished World 4.
No, I know I missed the mystery show, but I've heard about this legendary no one's played Super Mario World thing before. I'll pull a game for these guys.
I mean, I was blind to a lot of games. I've kind of caught up on a lot of them, but there's still like Ocarina of Time, for example, that I want to blind race. And before that, I raced Super Metroid, Symphony of the Night, and I still want to race Link to the Past.
Oh man, you're sitting on some of the greatest games gaming has to offer.
But the good thing is for Mystery Tournament, it doesn't really matter. Like no one's gonna submit these games and no one's gonna accept these games.
Yeah. Well, that's what these like the Crystallis race is a good venue for that sort of thing.
Someone said, oh, I'm surprised this many people haven't played Crystallis, but is it really that surprising? I've never even heard of the game.
No, it shouldn't be that surprising. It's like a cult classic. It's one of those things where not many people have played it, but everyone who has generally thinks pretty highly of it.
Oh, it's like Earthbound before it suddenly got really popular.
Yeah.
But this next one sounds familiar. The one that you drew.
Yeah, it's not Princess Magic Rescue, which is legendary jolly game it's got to be like top 5.
Welcome to games2jolly.com.
Is Earthbound popular? Ever since Ness wound up in Smash Brothers, I'd say it's fair to say people know what Earthbound is. Bring Mother 3 over to the West is a meme at this point.
There's something wrong with Roar's game. Or his capture? I don't know.
Yeah, I want to say he's. I guess both players have got something kind of weird going on. Oh no, okay, Kyong. No, Kyong's is missing a little bit to the left, and Roar's. Yeah, Kyung's missing the left, and Roar's missing the bottom. So something weird happened when they launched this one.
It may also be that Kyong kept the window in 4x3 and Roar made it widescreen. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay. Guess you're right. One myth. There's so much lore, and
Yeah,
oh
I
no.
gotta get through this one. Princess Rescue is the new point-and-click escape game. You fell asleep in your dreams and you find yourself in an ancient kingdom. There's a beautiful love story going in between the princess of the kingdom and a soldier. The king came to know about this romantic story, ordered his men to lock the princess in a castle tower somewhere in the middle of the forest, to find and execute the soldier. Luckily, the soldier came to know about this and escaped from his execution. And we're gonna have to find out the rest of that story in-game.
Jolly Romania.
This music,
It's very loud.
it's kind of inspiring. I'm sure it's only gonna be a 10-second loop, and it's gonna get real annoying real fast. But until then, let's just
It's hopeful.
soak in. Yeah, the sun rays shining down. Now, if you can spin all 3 of these circles, then I think probably... Oh, going over towards the circle on the right's not a bad idea from Roar, but... What? You just make it go.
Is it a ladybug?
I think so.
I'm so good.
Meandering around in the circle at the end. All right. God, this one looks it looks pretty good.
Yeah. What's up with Roar? Oh, okay.
Series of crowns. Is that a bow that Kyong and now an arrow? But you can't combine them?
So it looks like Cupid or Cupid or however you pronounce that.
Oh, hope these players counted the number of deers and cheetahs they saw.
Oh. Roar is missing an arrow.
Oh, Hopscotch put the rest of the lore in the chat. He have come to rescue the princess. Help him in rescuing the beautiful angel and be the reason for their successful love story. Lovely wishes, Jolly Mania.
Lovely wishes. Wow.
Is that the same arrow they found? I feel like they found different arrows. Okay, thanks.
Kyong rescues the penguin
Do
or whatever.
do you get anything? Or is that a side quest?
I thought maybe the bird penguin, like maybe that's the princess.
I like where your head's at.
Oh,
Oh,
no!
thanks.
The word is
thanks.
thanks. No way!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well done by Kyong to spot that. I mean, it had to be something, right?
I would not have guessed that. I thought maybe I need a rope now or something to drag him to shore.
I like Roar's way of entering numbers and stuff to prevent himself from accidentally clicking past something and having to loop all the way around. He'll alternate between clicking 2 things, and it gives him enough time to react to when one of them is where it needs to be. So this is an old engine game, so I'm pretty sure all the previous things they clicked on are still clickable, even if they don't need them anymore.
Old young.
Roar's found all the animals. He's got the Black Star of Doom.
Oh, he's the Kingfisher.
Yeah, I'm making a cameo in this one. The puzzle Roar is on, Kyong is holding the clue to. I like these dragon symbols. I've never seen these in any other game.
So what Kyong hasn't found is that he needs to put the bow like on the target.
Yeah, and then I think that's like the only thing that Roar has over Kyong at this point. So I think it's fair to say Kyong's in the lead right now. But Kyung's just gonna put these numbers in order, and that's the whole thing.
What?
It's you just make it like a clock face, 12 at the top, and then loop around.
But then what was all the other stuff about?
Aesthetics. Oh yeah, that's true. That got that one fancy crown type that Roar already had. Kyong in super desperation mode, trying to use items on a number lock.
You were correct about this music being 10 seconds long.
Yep. Or trying to feed seeds to something
Here we go.
inside the tower through a hole.
Yeah, Kyong is shooting the target.
775. That's a much better thing to put into a 3-digit number lock than a
Than a
star
star.
or a crown. Yeah, there's just a plank of wood lying around that Roar has now just picked up. And yeah, my first thought would be like, hey, how can I use this to climb up this tower? And just skip the rest of this garbage. Ooh, but very quickly giving it to the bird.
Thanks.
Yeah, still has to figure out this really cryptic thanks. Meanwhile, Kyong has followed through on the bow and arrow sequence, has a blue star.
I think Roar is ahead. Because Kyong is missing green and red.
I can't remember if Kyong's put any of those stars in the hole where they belong yet.
Doesn't seem like it because Kyong is just dragging them. Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like Roar is ahead.
Roar just needs to find the Kingfisher. I don't understand this sheep.
Uh-huh, yeah.
I think there was a different screen with just like a U shape of this, so maybe the word is just alt. You just ignore the right part.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, here we go, Roar's gonna put the seeds on there.
Man, that's not very obvious, but when you have nothing else, then I guess you can get there eventually.
I'm surprised the Kingfisher doesn't have a crown.
So Kyong needs the sheep and yeah, you need to find these line segments on the sheep and then get the corresponding letters. So it's the O and the D.
But Kyong is still missing 2 crowns. I think Roar, and I think this is the end, right?
Yeah, I think it might be. This might be too little too late from Kyong. That's a red star, but the blue star, I think, that Roar just got.
Does Roar not know where to put the stars?
Yeah, this was something Kyong only very recently found.
Oh.
So
Well,
Kyong
that's-
has a chance.
And this is a race.
It's those crowns have the last star that Roar got, right? I think.
Seems likely, yeah. But where's the clue?
I don't remember. Part of the reason why we only ever have one match rather than a double match
Oh,
is
yeah.
because it's hard enough to keep track of what both players are doing. I think the Starlock's just on the castle somewhere. Kyong's pixel hunting the castle. Oh, the ladybug. Roar did this immediately, and Kyong's just now finding it.
I think this one's obvious enough, so Roar is kind of on a timer here.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where the Starlock is either. We just saw Kyong on it suddenly. Oh no, Roar hasn't solved the crowns either. I guess maybe the crowns are behind the stars.
I guess so.
And then you get like a key for that hole that they were looking at.
Yeah, well, that makes sense because we knew the ladybugs were something Roar had done, right? So there's the last star. Kyong now in the lead.
Yeah. It's the crowns. This is gonna be like a key for that hole that Roar's on.
Or like a lever or something, yeah.
Yeah, like a winch. You just elevator the princess down there.
I don't know exactly what this is going to look like, but here we go.
But it is a winch. Oh, I called it. Yes.
It just sinks into the floor. Brilliant. Jolly escape from Kyong. A very close match, kind of back and forth even.
So yeah, it really came down to finding the Starlock.
Yeah. I mean, I'm watching Roar's screen and I'm not getting excited when his mouse is like close to it because I honestly don't know where it is either.
Oh, there we go.
Look how small that is. Just some random house in the background.
It's the Star House. Everyone knows the Star House.
The one benefit of the old inventory games is that your inventory doesn't have to shift and slide when you use an item, so you can actually just use items as quickly as you can.
But it's also harder to use the items because of that collision thing.
Yes, you have to be so much more precise.
The skill
in
ceiling
order
is
to
higher.
actually. Right, yes.
It's like Counter-Strike.
It's just like Counter-Strike.
There we go.
With this music playing as you winch a magic platform out of the ground to rescue a princess.
I mean, she must have used the platform to get up there, so they must have known about it.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, there's the jolly escape from Roar. Just, what is this? Like a minute and a half behind, but really it all came down to just that one thing. Definitely could have been anyone's race. It was actually really interesting seeing which puzzles each of them solved. Like they managed to just divide the game up like into two, and Roar did all of these puzzles and Kyong did all of those puzzles.
The puzzle Roar did first is the last one pretty much that Kyong did.
Yeah. Kyong saying that they didn't handle the old engine very well, where you could click on already solved things. Yeah, that hurts me a lot too.
I think if you start the game and you have in your mind this is an old engine game, then maybe you can keep track of what you've pressed on so far.
Maybe someone else can, but I can't.
Huh.
Or I could, but I would need to be going slower. I would need to be mentally okay, no, this place, remember that's used, this place, and I would not be just clicking around as fast as I could.
Wait, what? Huh? What does the bottom game on Kyong's stream say? Country seat escape? What the hell is that?
I don't know what a country seat is. Is it supposed to be couch seat? I don't know how that happened. Is that a real game? I need to know.
So one thing I noticed about these made-up names we have, I think we're shooting way too high. If you look at a real jolly game title, it's it's random, but it's not something you would come up with to be random. It's like when humans try to make a random number and it's not random at all. I think it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean.
So we would come up with like, oh, recessed table sprint escape, but really it's just princess rescue.
All
Or
right.
Kingfisher.
I've got country seat
Country seat.
escape.
Is it actually called country seat?
Yeah, it's 2 words. I'm gonna try to see if there's lore on this one real quick. You fell asleep and you're having a dream. You were locked in a house. You need to escape from that house to wake up from the dream. Yeah,
It's weird.
no-
It's weird that this is like the recurring plot.
You're
Why
right.
are
It
you-
is weird.
Why are you waking up in the place? But like in a dream, and why do you need to escape then?
It's very unclear if the game takes place like in the dream, and then and then what you said, like, why does it matter, right? Like, you're just gonna wake up whether you get out or not anyway.
Maybe it's like so we can escape faster once we wake up because it's the same kind of puzzles.
So I missed by 1 Jolly King Rescue 2.
Wait, no way. Jolly King Rescue? This is one I played, and I managed to
Yeah.
like glitch it out in a way that it took me like 1 minute.
And I think Jolly King Rescue 2 was the one with that horrible flags, animals, and sporting equipment puzzle that you had to match to various countries.
Oh, yeah, we were all wondering, like, why is England? What were they? Like hockey stick?
They were cricket, I think. And India was field hockey.
It was
And
just
Germany
really
was
random.
soccer, and New Zealand was
Oh god.
football, but it was, I'm guessing, supposed to be rugby. And then the animals. You picked up on German eagle.
Welcome to
Oh yeah,
GameStudio.com.
it's the national animal, just like America.
And then in England was like a lion or a tiger or something for no reason. Yeah, that was really weird.
Yeah, this is the one. This one has like a huge exploit. I'm hoping we see it because we're gonna redraw it anyway if it happens. I'm pretty sure.
I did have to go back and play this one after discovering that horrible puzzle in Jolly King 2. And also, Jolly King 2, the throne room is the Oval Office in the White House, basically.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Then that's just amazing. All right, so a rare spot where both commentators have played this one.
I mean, I haven't really played it.
Okay, well, I've waited too long here. Many kings ruled the region for so many years. During one such rule, an enemy kingdom man sneaked into the ruler's palace and captured him. He was locked up in his own dungeon. Rescue the king from an enemy kingdom.
That's weird.
I do remember that you have to solve everything out of here, outside the gate before
I
you can
remember
open
the
it and
snail
get
is
inside.
stupid.
Yeah, it's a purple
Oh,
on the left,
what?
and then the body's like brown, and then darker brown is the shell on the right.
Roar
So it's
immediately figured it out.
And then you gotta fan out this inventory thing.
But like this outside area is really easy.
Yeah, there's so few things to interact with. You'll get there eventually.
I don't think you solved the numbers on the left. So you gotta remember
I think that sounds right.
But that's something you come back to. So on this screen, I'm not gonna spoil it, but you have to do something with the fountain. But if you use the item that you're supposed to use on the fountain on the puzzle on the left, it will do the fountain action, but also solve the puzzle. This puzzle, it will also solve this, so you don't need to collect these 5 blocks.
Wow, that's crazy.
So
This guy's just got a clue under his helmet. You just walk up to an armed guard and take his hat off?
So I hope that Roar doesn't put the ball into that lock, so that he tries the other item, which is also a ball, by the way. Because that's what I did. I was like, oh, this goes here. It didn't, but then it like glitched out in a weird way. I backed out, and suddenly both puzzles were solved.
Wow. Weird tiki thing on one end of the seesaw. It looks like Kyong's just about to get out of the front gate area now, so Roar's gonna have about a minute advantage. I think you just add 2 to each of these numbers?
Yeah. It's very hard. I don't know if this back and forth is quicker.
Yeah, they're spaced out apart more. Like if you were good at Counter-Strike, like you were saying, then maybe you'd have the aim to do that quickly and efficiently. Got a red lever. There's going to be a slot, like a bar with a sort of darker color in the middle of it, and maybe it'll be red on the outside, maybe not. And you can stick the lever in there and slide it across, most likely.
I forgot which puzzle reveals. I think you gotta find the Tiki statue. Yeah, this
got
has
the Tiki
the
statue.
I think this has the statue. Then you do like the seesaw thing, and then you get the item. I'm so excited for that. So this puzzle is so stupid too.
Yep, you just count the blues and the greens, and it gives you an example at the top to help you figure that out.
Like, remember yesterday when we had an actual puzzle?
Right.
It was great.
Oh, a regular button goes
Here we
into the
go.
hole for Kyong.
This is the item. If Roar drags this ball onto the puzzle on the left, he will skip the entire rest of the game. No!
How did he know to put it there? Wow. All right, we're gonna get an honest match here. I guess it is an iron ball, so it's like, it's heavy. You can see it blocking the flow of the water, maybe.
Maybe you wash it. Like, my reasoning would be, oh, maybe you wash it off.
Two screenshots you gotta get for these axe pairs.
Oh, Kyong? Yes, okay, so the ball is glitched. He goes about the
Oh my
fountain.
god.
The thing is open.
Oh my
it
god.
happened. Yes. So now the rest is free. You just put the lever in the fountain. You've already got both of the handles for the king rescue. This game is over.
Yeah, that's it. The king is back there.
This is I was like, what? Oh, Kyong, no, just rescue the king.
Well, he doesn't know.
Oh yeah, you still
Also,
have
yeah,
the ball.
Yeah, I've done a glitch like this, but it like broke the game. It didn't actually lead to a victory.
It wasn't as great as this one.
Yeah. Kyong is gonna accidentally solve everything else, and he's gonna get like all 5 purple balls, and he's not gonna be like, I don't know I don't understand.
I mean, even then, I feel like we gotta redraw this. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this game is.
What could go in here? Kyong is done in 5 minutes 33 seconds. Jolly escape. So dumb.
I can't believe this happened.
Exuno is the tournament organizer. Are there any rules in place for what happens when someone breaks the whole game? Because I think currently the rules are actually, it's so unlikely that will happen that if it happens, it happens. And like, I think technically Kyong has a win right now. Unless the players decide this is not how they want it to go down. Yeah, Hopscotch did a skip in Princess Magic Rescue, and that was a win.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Exu. So, you say this was a win?
Unless Kyong says like, "Hey, I don't feel good about that," then I think that's where we stand. But also, it's important that we don't pressure Kyong to decide one way or the other, right? Because then there's like this weird dynamic to it.
It makes me wonder how these are programmed for this to happen. Like, it recognized that dragging the ball onto the screen is correct. And so it was like, oh, solve this puzzle, and then it accidentally solved both of them or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It like, because of it's kind of on the same screen, right? Like something about that had to kind of share some kind of property.
Roy's actually like making good time here, I think.
Pretty sure Roar's doing this faster than I did.
But not faster than I did.
Or Kyong. Kyung's actually loaded it back up and is going to play through the game a little more normally, I suppose.
Or maybe they're just checking if they can do it again.
Yeah. Kyung had already put one of those purple ones in there too and was like, well, maybe they're all different colors, and put the other one in.
Very careful about it now.
There's a jolly escape in just under 9 minutes from Roar. That was a really good run from Roar, but not much you can do to come back from that one.
The buttons on the urns, there was a different game that also still had those buttons. I think it's just from the first game that they appeared in, and then they just copied them over without removing the clickability. Oh, Kyong did it again.
All right, Kyong is offering a redraw. I would say it also comes down to Roar to accept it.
Alright, we're going back. Back to 1-0 for Kyong. I'm happy it happened. Like, when I saw the game, I was hoping this would happen, but obviously the result is not the best.
Yeah, I'm the moment of you getting giddy when you're like, he's gonna do it, and then it actually happens. We'll always have that. I've pulled, believe it or not, Find the Boys Football 3.
Oh, 3! Wow,
He keeps losing this football.
it's just so popular.
Yeah, Find the Football 2 was a bit of a departure in the series for me. They did like a side-scrolling perspective. It was a little weird, but 3 was a return to form and honestly one of the best games of all time.
3 had the motion controls, 2 had like where the air is lava. That's the one bad thing about racing these old games. Like Metroid Prime was so good when we raced all 3 of them that I'm now, like when they announced 4, I wasn't excited and I wasn't like eagerly awaiting it, but now I am.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, oh no, it was delayed because back to, you know, like Retro Studios.
And now
Right,
you
yeah.
get to feel the disappointment when Metroid Prime Federation Force is announced at E3, and we're all like, what?
Yeah, we've got lore, quick.
All right. Find the Boys Football 3 is a point-and-click escape game developed by Games Too Jolly team. Our boy is enjoying his day off while playing football with his colleagues. While they playing, the ball is missed. Find the ball and help them play again. Good luck.
well, they play. So wait, they were playing already, and then they lost the ball.
Someone
Surely
just
they
threw it
know-
somewhere. I don't know.
Also,
This is the Shire. This
yeah,
is
that's what I
from
was
The
gonna
Hobbit.
say. Like, why are there hobbits now?
If you ever see something that looks too good, they stole it from somewhere. Oh my god, they just traced over all the scenes of the Shire.
Also, once you open the door, the inside of the room is like visible from the outside, but none of the perspective makes any sense.
No, not at all. When you kick the football all the way to Middle Earth. Well, maybe they were New Zealanders playing football and they kicked it over to the... They got like a whole theme park you can go. Several animals you gotta click on, color sequences. There's a balloon with 6 colors on it from top to bottom. Oh, but you'll get like a lever or something
Yeah,
to tell you
definitely.
which of these colors you need.
It's gonna switch colors like around, and that's the correct one, or something like that.
You can move each of these shapes around. There's 5 of one, 4 of another, and I'm on a wager. 3, 2, 1. No, that doesn't make sense. That adds up to 15, and that was a 4x4 grid.
Nico, I don't think the dog. It's an actual dog. Usually it says toy on these kind of things. I'm
The
pretty
dog.
sure if they mouse over it, it's gonna say toy.
It was burying, you know how dogs like bury bones and stuff in the yard, and it just got confused and buried itself.
It's an actual dog. Oh no.
Well, I mean, if you handed me a stuffed dog, I would say dog. It's, you know,
Alright,
you got
okay.
like a dog there. I would probably specify stuffed, but I would sooner say dog than toy or doll or something. A plushie is what I might say, actually. Both players are very stuck right now. Oh, there's some lines on the wall that were indicating a height puzzle, like next to the door. And it looked like both players tried to click on it, but didn't get anywhere. Also, I lied. There's 6 black shapes.
So for this lock, you probably need like a torch.
I'm not even sure what they need to get where first, right? Like, there's so much, and
Yeah. There's too many screens.
tough spot for both players.
Maybe they can ask the boy where they shot the ball.
That'd be a reasonable good first step.
Like it's probably like in the tree trunk. I mean, it's not gonna be like in the coffin, right? How would the ball have gotten into the coffin when they were just playing with it? So it's gotta be in the tree trunk.
Do not underestimate Games Too Jolly to put a football in a coffin.
Oh, maybe the colored hates are the puzzle on the right. See, there's like 1 green, 2 red. Does that match up?
Sorry, what are we talking about?
So there's those levels on the outside of the house, right?
Oh, yeah.
And they have like a color. And then they have this puzzle with the 4x4 with all the shapes.
Oh. Yeah, I think there's...
Yeah, see, there's
what is
1
it?
green. And green is the lowest. I think that's
And then
it.
there's 4 blues. And
Yeah,
then the
blue-
blacks just take up all the empty
Yeah.
space.
That's so
Oh,
stupid.
wow.
That's so
Wow.
stupid.
I think you're right. Can you zoom in on it, or do you just have to look at it from here? It's not clickable. We just saw Roar's mouse pass over it.
Yeah, this is really... I can't believe this. What is like, you've got a level clue, but then you don't actually have levels. You have this stupid grid.
Roar's doing something. Oh, he's got it sideways, but that's it, right? Like, it's that exact...
Well,
He
yeah,
just needs the green in the bottom left, and then...
I don't think... Oh, now he sees it. Huh? I don't think he made the
Oh.
connection yet.
This could decide the whole race. I don't know. This is nerve-wracking.
Oh, Raw thinks he lost, but they're actually synced up.
I would think I was lost for sure. I mean, I would be lost, but I would lose the race. Yes, also that. So I spotted those color bars pretty quick, but without you making the connection to the sign, I don't know if I would have got there in any kind of reasonable amount of time.
Oh yeah, Triss, those palms, man. But at least in that one, the entry was a level, you know? So we were playing this game, and on the very right of the rightmost screen, there were just like some flowers on the right, like some palms, and they were at arbitrarily different heights. And that was the clue for the levels, and I hate that.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of height puzzles that have just a real background looking object that is actually the thing. Okay, Roar's gonna go through a couple different variations on this. Oh, he's going in all the wrong places, unfortunately. I don't know why he's got this like horizontal rather than vertical.
I think it makes sense.
Approach.
Usually these games think in rows.
Height puzzles to me are usually columns.
Yeah, but he doesn't know it's a height puzzle. He hasn't. He doesn't know that these two things are connected.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Kyong.
Oh no.
I think that's it. There it is. Kyong's the first one to break free.
Oh, nice animation skip. I like that.
All right, what does the rest of this game have in store? Concentric circles on the rug. Could be cluing a color sequence from inside to outside or vice versa.
Yeah, it's, you never know. Could be either.
What is Kyong doing to get each of these? I missed how he knew what to do there, but it's done now. Oh, it was just telling him the next one to hit up top. Okay.
What?
Yeah, I've never seen something like that before, but I think that was it. Look how easy the rest of this is.
Yeah. It's just this unusual connection. It's not even like a bad hint or anything. It's just so unusual that you don't think about it.
If you could zoom in on those colored bars, they would have got this much sooner.
I think
Roar
Ross-
just solved a left-right puzzle outside?
Huh?
It's not the coffin key. And this door doesn't have a key. You need a wrench to open this door.
Kyong has a key on his screen, so I guess Roar just cannot use the key for now, which is kind of stupid.
The hint for the 4x4 puzzle, believe it or not, is a set of tall, thin, colored bars outside the door on the left screen.
Yeah.
The big circular door.
They look like level hints, but really it's a 4x4 hint.
Well, Kyong's been making steady progress, solving all kinds of puzzles and actually playing the game. I don't know what this sad bear is that he's got. It's one of 5, I guess.
These arbitrary items always, like bears, heads.
Hardware.
What? Who wrote that into the tree trunk?
Onto the inside of it.
Yeah, like must have been some little child. Like, that was a hobbit.
Oh yeah, there you go. That explains it.
Yeah, that explains everything.
Roar is brute forcing this color puzzle, which is a decent try considering the possibility space is pretty small.
Oh, that's the other door, like the shield.
846172. Each of that was just cluing the numbers 1 to 8, indicating an order to click around
Yeah.
a thing. All right, Roar's on the screen. He's mousing around. His mouse was directly over the bars. He might be kind of mentally ruling the bars out because you can't zoom in on it.
It's weird that you can't. Usually you can zoom into clues.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was the shield here where you can enter those 8 clues.
I think Kyong is uncatchable at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Has been making so much progress.
We'd need a wall of equal difficulty.
But Kyong is out of items, so and he still has a bear to find, a smoky bear.
It could be...
Oh, he's missing the key, right?
Yeah.
For that furnace or whatever.
Alright, just telling you in plain text what buttons to click on that puzzle.
Or more general knowledge required. You need to know
Yep.
what a tiger looks like.
No, I think it's one of the ones with stripes. Oh, but there's 2 with stripes. Oh.
Is he
Bear
not
number
missing the
5.
key? Oh, wait, what? Oh, it's a different key.
Yeah, maybe Kyong already did that. I don't... Oh,
Yeah.
2 clues on this one. Colors and arrows.
Oh, Roar is hoping for a redraw. But I don't think so. Oh. Oh, okay. I was like,
Oh,
he's gotta find the other arrow.
I thought this was a left-right puzzle, but it's just holes to put arrows into. Now it's a left-right puzzle. Or the clue for one, anyway.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Roar is actually hoping for 20 minutes.
One or the other. Here's our left-right with the swords. Or the heads, rather.
And this is like a 6 sequence. I would just brute force this. I think that's almost faster than looking at the hint.
Guess it depends how fast your hint taking and access sort of flow is like.
But this is the egg thing. Light bulb,
Balloon.
whatever.
Now you know the order of these colors. You can finally interact with this color thing here. I guess you can just swap them around. Yeah.
I do like when it doesn't even allow you to like input a sequence.
Yeah.
That blue and that other blue look very much alike.
Hex Raider. Hex Rady. This might be the
Oh, it's
final
the
key.
Oh no, there's actually Maradona in the coffin. Just like Sir Nico said. Oh, you don't get to
It
see
was
it.
in the coffin. Jolly escape. What did I tell you?
How did it get in the coffin? They were playing football, they lose the ball, they go to the Shire, and it's in the coffin.
Yeah, there's a whole story to be told there. Look forward to The Hobbit 4 coming to a theater near you in December 2022.
Okay, so what did I miss now? Color bar? I see this. I have it written down over here, but
Yeah, so
Yeah, so you had the exact right idea on that sign when you were kind of arranging them in order. You had like a stack of like 1 and then 2, 3, 4.
no!
But
you didn't
you
do it on
wanted-
the side.
yeah,
you recreate those bars.
Oh, because one of them's purple, not red. Jerks.
The color's a little off, yeah. And the fact that you can't zoom in on it is something. But now you can play the game. I think the rest of it from here is much more straightforward. It was kind of all this. It all came down to this one thing.
Yeah, I managed to somehow get the left-rights correct. I don't know what I did there, but
Yeah, we noticed that too. That confused us.
it's all right. That's all right.
I'm gonna grab Kyong now.
Maybe if that
Welcome,
friggin'
Kyong.
color were purple.
So I guess the story of the one we just saw was these bars on the wall cluing the sign. Now, did you actually see those, or did you just do something that made sense with the sign? I guess I should have confirmed that Kyong's mic is working and everything first. Oh, I heard something.
Hey.
There we go. Welcome.
Yes.
So the bars that clue what to do with the 4x4 grid on the sign, did you make that connection between the two, or
Yeah,
were you...
it did. Took
Okay.
me a while. At first glance, my first instinct was like some of those, oh, you just separate the colors and group them together or something, but I realized, oh, there's like 3 of them. It doesn't make sense, so I just left it there. And way later, it finally dawned on me, oh, there's like 1 more of each, and it's the same colors of that thing. And I finally,
No, it's not. That's the problem. No,
The
it's
purple
fine.
and the red are a little... They're not quite the same. Which is weird. Usually Jolly's pretty good about the colors at least being the exact same color. It might be very similar to another color in the same puzzle, but it'll still be the same color.
If that was red, I would have gotten a little bit further than this, but the fact that it was purple absolutely did mess with me, and that's okay. That's all right. You don't win them all or any, and for that matter, I'd have got bopped by Myth next time anyway. So
I don't know. I ended up in the loser's bracket down here. Kyong, you pulled off a sequence break in the previous game too.
yeah, when all else fails, apparently just smash the puzzle with an iron ball.
yeah.
Now, we had both played that one, and Maurice had encountered that same glitch, so he was excited to see if it would happen.
I was so hoping that you would do it. But at least one of you.
So weird. The ball was already weird because it kind of stayed on the screen when
Yeah,
you
like the ball
placed-
glitches out, and then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
what do I do now? You back out, and suddenly both puzzles are solved.
Yeah, it's so weird. That's why they only copy paste things if they do anything different. It breaks, apparently.
Game 1 was super close. You guys solved like it. Whenever one of you would solve one puzzle, the other of you would solve a completely different one, and you would never go back and solve the other one until the very end. So it was pretty unclear
That's so
who was
rough, that
ahead.
one. There were like 5 different things that I didn't click on my first like sweep through everything. It was so.
I couldn't find the stars, apparently.
Yeah,
That was all it was I just could not find the stars.
You were the first one to collect all 5 stars, and then didn't find the place to put them. But Kyong was pretty close. While you were hunting for the last thing, Kyong had finally figured out where the last puzzle was and was kind of following through on that sequence. So it was a pretty tense finish.
Oh, hey, the left-right clue is here, and yet it did in fact sequence or allow me to brute force that.
Yeah, I guess because you don't have to zoom in on the axes on the wall, then it just considers it public knowledge.
Oh, yeah, we were wondering about that. How you got a key suddenly that Kyong didn't pick up.
So talk to me about Game 1 in general, because I almost never have fun playing those older engine games where things are still clickable after you've solved them.
Yeah, so I do have some problems with some short-term memory gaps. So for that one to leave those big squares there after having been looking around for a while, I legitimately thought the big squares were some sort of puzzle, not things that I had already done.
Yeah, it was the first time for me. I guess I've watched one on the Mr. Funhouse channel before. It was first time playing one. Yeah, it was misery. There was a couple places where like, do I need to do something here, or have I already done something here before? I could not remember, even though it was like 10-minute thing.
Yeah, the worst is when you zoom in and you just like pick up an object, because then you have very little memory of what you did there, and it becomes the hardest to kind of remember that there's nothing to do there later. Gets Roar's most of the way through the. Have you noticed that this, what is essentially game 3, I guess, but this last one you did takes place basically in the Shire? Like, they just traced over the set,
Yeah.
I guess?
Yes, I did.
We were coming up with reasons for why these boys were playing football in the Shire and lost their ball in a coffin.
I mean, because their parents are filming on set.
Boom, nailed it.
Like,
Alright.
you think that actors just go and do, like, don't bring their kids with them when they go to New Zealand? Like,
Or it's like one of those directors that always puts their kids in the movie.
yeah.
Like Star Wars Episode 1. It's all the kids in the background.
Yeah. Or Elijah Wood being secretly Peter Jackson's son. It's just like that. Roar's on the final few steps of this puzzle. But there is another Jolly match that's been queued up. So let's try to wrap it up, I guess. Kyong, you're moving on to fight me.
Oh boy.
We're
Wow, that
going
was
at it.
dramatic as hell, too. It's me.
Yeah, I got some rasp in my voice because I just woke up and I haven't drank enough water, and it worked out well. I think that'll be fun. I don't know. I think both of us are capable of making some really bad mistakes and getting stuck for a long time. So I think literally any one of us could win.
So on this puzzle,
Roar.
the blues look very alike.
Oh wow! I didn't even notice that they were different until you said it. And the orange and the red are pretty similar too.
Oh yeah.
Roar,
All right.
you are about to finish this game and go out on your own terms in this tournament. How was your time here in the Jollyverse?
Well, you know, it's always fun to be on the. It's nice because. Oh, damn you, Joe! Why did you. Joe! Joe! What did you do to me? What idiot?
Denied. Oh no.
So for the record, Jal just typed in a record because Roar had forfeited the match and then kept playing and was about to undone and done. But the SRL race was recorded, so in terms of the history of this match, it will go down as a forfeit from good old BlasphemousRoar. Boy, that's. I was gonna say at least you went out on your own terms, but
Guess I went out on Jal's terms.
oh man.